Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2008 action film Kill Switch, a film that is directed by Jeff King and it is written by Steven Seagal, and it stars Steven Seagal, and we have an appearance as well by Isaac Hayes in this film. Now, you may or may well not know that fairly recently I did a top 10 list of my favourite Steven Seagal films, and I did 2 or 3 classic film reviews of Steven Seagal's films, and I was a big fan of Steven Seagal years ago. In the late 80s, early 90s, he made some genuinely impressive action films, and I was one of his biggest fans at the time. I really enjoyed his movies, and I lost touch with Steven Seagal films probably about 10 years ago, maybe a little bit longer, and I haven't seen many of them. But after doing that list, it re-inspired me to get hold of some Steven Seagal films and start doing some reviews of the films that I haven't seen, and the first one I've chosen to do is Kill Switch. Now then, this film focuses on Steven Seagal's character Jacob, who is a troubled police detective who is on the trail of a serial killer. Well, there's actually 2 killers in this film that he has to deal with. The first one you see him deal with right at the beginning of the film, and then later on, because of his brutal methods of arresting this guy, this killer gets off scot-free. He's let loose and he's on the rampage again, and Steven Seagal has to deal with him twice, if you like. And there is another serial killer on the loose that is running around killing innocents, and Steven Seagal is hot on his trail with his partner. However, there is an FBI agent that has been assigned to the case that doesn't particularly trust Steven Seagal's character, and vice versa. Yeah, that's kind of the story here. Now, I've got to tell you guys, I was really hoping that this was going to be a good start to a catch-up of the Steven Seagal films. I was quite looking forward to watching this film, and I've got to say I was pretty bitterly disappointed with this one. If this is what I've got to look forward to with some of these Steven Seagal films, I'm not looking forward to some of the others, because this was not a good film. It just wasn't a good film. I can't sugarcoat it just because I like Steven Seagal, or I did like Steven Seagal movies. He's got this strange southern accent throughout this film, Steven Seagal, which makes sense, it's where it's filmed. However, Steven Seagal is not renowned for his acting ability. It comes across as like a strange Marlon Brando impression that he keeps losing quite a lot, and he goes back to his normal Steven Seagal accent occasionally. It's terrible, and every time he speaks, he's almost laughable. Steven Seagal's, he's renowned in his movies for like being like a crack shot and a good sharpshooter and all this kind of stuff, and he's proud of that. And he couldn't hit the side of a barn door in this film. It's like the worst shot I've ever seen in any of his movies, and nobody ever changes magazines and guns, the bad guys or him. It's just constant bullets and nobody gets hit hardly. It was ridiculous, and unforgivably for a Steven Seagal film, the fight scenes were so poorly filmed and edited together you couldn't follow them. Now, I don't know if it's because he'd put on a little bit of weight by this time and he wanted it to be close and fast to hide that. I don't know, but they would not enjoy it. Now, to me, if you've got a Steven Seagal film and the fight scenes and the martial arts scenes are not enjoyable, you don't have a Steven Seagal film anymore, and they just weren't in this film. They were just bad, and there's a reason why Isaac Hayes is not known for his acting ability. Watch him in this film and you'll understand why. And there's just loads of weird things happening in this film. It's got like this relationship going on throughout this film that you see periodically that makes no sense. It doesn't go anywhere, and it was just so weird to film these scenes, him with his, I don't know if it was his partner, she was much younger than him, I had no idea, and it was completely and utterly pointless. And then by the end of the film, you've got these 2 serial killers running around that he's trying to catch. He keeps claiming he's getting closer and closer. He's putting these clues together and stuff. Not that we understand what clues he's putting together, because he doesn't explain any of it. Not really. And then I think they must have thought, right, we're running out of budget and time. Oh, sod it, we'll just let him find the killers, just like that. And that seems to be what happens. He turns up at one of the killer's doors and deals with him. And then he turns up at the second one door at the end and deals with him. He's thinking, wow, you know, did someone, you know, whisper in your ear where they were? Because you didn't seem to solve them, you just turned up and took care of them. And it was almost like, oh, we need to finish this film now. So there's not an awful lot of redeeming features here for this film. If you're a die-hard Steven Seagal fan, I think you'll be disappointed, because I am, and I'm a fan of Steven Seagal films. The production values are okay, the performances are okay for the most part. It's just terribly generic, this, and it doesn't give you what you want when you watch a Steven Seagal film, which is, you know, brutal fight scenes, essentially, and a decent action flick. And you don't get any of that really with this film. It's very substandard, I would suggest. Very, very disappointed. I don't feel good saying that about a Steven Seagal film, but I'm giving it a 4 out of 10. It's just not very good at all, unfortunately. So I'm going to pick another Steven Seagal film and give that a watch and review in I don't know, in the next week or so maybe. I might need to, you know, have a bit of Dutch courage maybe and go for another one, because I'm hoping that out of all these movies made in the last 10 years, most of them I haven't seen. I'm hoping there's a couple of gems in there. I'm really, really hoping that there is, and I was hoping that Kill Switch would be one of them. I was wrong, but we'll see with the next one. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you like the review, please click the like button, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time on Screen Stars.